Hello, Grant and Eric. It's Monday. It's Wednesday. It's my first Wednesday video, March 13th. So I want to talk about this video today that I saw recently. I was actually exposed to it via the news, and then some reporters came into my computer science classroom to interview some kids about computer science because the video is about, you guessed it, computer science. Now, some of you guys might have seen this video before. It's sponsored by a website called code.org, and it features a lot of famous people in programming, like Mark Zuckerberg, who created Facebook, or Bill Gates, the guy who created Microsoft. Even like will.i.am's in there talking about how important coding is. It's kind of funny. The guy who's in charge of Valve talks in the video, like a lot of big names in this video, and they're all talking about how important learning how to program is. Now that just so happens to be what I'm going to college to do, so when I watched this video I was very excited to see that I'm probably making a smart choice for my future. I'm going to quote some stats that they list off in the video right now. They say that over 1.4 million jobs are available right now in the industry of computer science, and only about 400,000 people are available to fill them. So there's about a shortage of 1 million people that they need in the workforce to work these jobs that they just don't have. And a possible reason for the shortage, actually the reason for the shortage, is that only about 2% of all college graduates have a degree in computer science right now, or are going for a degree in a college of science, not like in the entire education world. Just in science degrees alone, only 2% of them are computer science degrees as of right now. One of the most surprising stats I saw on the website was that, as I said, only about 2.4 of all college graduates get a degree in computer science. But the most surprising thing is that number is actually less than it was 10 years ago. So basically this video really stresses how important coding is in our world today, and they're really striving to get computer science classes and programming classes in high school, and teaching kids in high school and maybe counting as like a math or science. Another stat I'm looking at right here says in 41 out of 50 states, coding classes don't even count towards the math or science requirement, when really they are math and science like combined in one class. Now I'm really excited to hear about this, not that there's no classes offered, but that they're trying to get them offered, because I was not offered any computer science course whatsoever in my high school. But I was driven enough to go online and teach myself because I just really wanted to do this. But not every kid knows what a computer scientist does and what it is and how awesome it can be. So I think that offering or giving kids these opportunities early on can expose them to this job field that is amazingly abundant with opportunity and money and positions. What I think the coolest part about programming is that you don't have to wait to go to college to learn. I mean, code.org is the website that created this video and is putting it out there on the internet. You can go to their website and learn how to code basic programs, and I checked it out. It's pretty cool. And I really want to encourage you guys to go check out the code.org tutorials on programming, because they really do a good job at showing that it's not that hard to program. I mean, what makes a programmer a good programmer isn't his vast knowledge of all the libraries in the world. It's his problem-solving abilities and creative thinking. So, when you say someone's a good programmer, you're not saying they know a lot about all the libraries in Java, because there are over 1,000 different classes, and it's just really complicated and crazy. What that means is that they're good at thinking outside the box and coming up to solutions for problems that are creative and haven't been thought of before. And that's another thing touched on in the video. They talk about how programming is just another creative outlet that people have, that they can get on the computer and just create something out of nowhere that does whatever they want. It's pretty dang amazing. I recently heard President Obama speaking on this subject, and he is all for teaching computer science to kids in high school, having it as a language requirement kind of, because it's such an important thing to know how to do today, because literally everything that we're doing has code behind it. The computer I'm on right now, this video that I'm making, the website it's going to be hosted on, it's all based on code, and people that can read and understand this code and also write their own have an advantage over everybody else in this society we live in today. So I hope I've inspired you guys to at least go check out code.org. They have a program in there called Scratch, and it's not even coding like you think. You don't have to type in words. You drag blocks on a screen and create algorithms and programs based on these blocks of function blocks. Each block does something, and then you put them all together and you have a string of functions, and then together it creates a program. And that's what programming is, by the way. But it doesn't have to be as scary as people think. So go check out code.org. It's really cool. I've checked it out. I did the first beginning thing. And I like it. And I feel like it's super easy to understand, and you guys will have a good time learning how to program, and then eventually we can
team up together and make our own iPod app and just, you know, drop out of college like everybody does and make $1 billion and retire happily to the Bahamas or something. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Have a good week.